Today's build is the Marais Executioner. You guys don't want to miss this one as it is one of the best builds in the game. We will go over the best stats to have at 3 different level caps, all of the mandatory buffs, and a talisman setup for both New Game and New Game Plus. For the weapon, we'll use Marais Executioner Sword. It scales primarily with strength and a little bit with arcane and dexterity. The requirements are quite high, but it makes up for it in raw damage. For the seal, the best option for a strength build is always the Clawmark Seal, as it scales with strength. But we'll only use it to buff ourselves in this particular build. Buffs don't scale with anything, so just use whatever seal you got. Here are my recommendations for the talismans in both New Game and New Game Plus. And here are the stats I recommend for the 3 most popular level caps. Feel free to experiment yourself with the stats, but these are a good guideline. For the buffs, we'll use Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. These are a must-have on almost any build and very much worth the 25 faith investment. You can use Blood Boil Aromatics instead of Flame Grant Me Strength, but these are more rare and also increase the damage you take. And finally, for the flask, you'll want to use the Thorny Crack tier. Its buff to successive attacks will stack with our talisman setup and increase our damage even further. The second tier is up to you. I like to use the Stonebarb Crack tier for stance breaking. You can also use the Strength or Faith tier if you're using this build at a lower level. The last thing I want to mention is the Briar armor. Most people know that it'll do a little bit of damage every time you roll into an enemy. But what most people don't know is that it also does a little bit of stance damage, meaning that as long as you roll into an enemy, they will never be able to reset their poise, which is pretty neat. And with that said, you know everything about the Marais Executioner build. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown, and hopefully you'll give the showcase a watch too. Keep in mind, I'm only level 65 during the showcase, so it goes to show how strong this build is. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you later.